G'day and welcome to another slow and steady video here on the channel. My name is KT and today is Trucking Tuesday back on the road. Now we're going to have a little small series that's going to take place. You can see here's our truck panning interview here. Still rocking the Scania and it's just a single axle on the back there. But we're going to have a surprise when we get to the end of this trip. What is this trip and what is this series? Well, do you know, I sat here thinking, which has the bigger map, On the Road or Alaskan Road Truckers? It's 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning, and if we take a look at the map, we are right at the top in a little place called Kiel or Kassel, Kiel. We just flew in from the UK. If you watched my previous video, we flew back for the Christmas holidays and now we've come back to Germany and we're right on the top of the map. So the thought is to drive all the way from the north all the way down through Hanover, through Kassel, past Frankfurt, and we're going to travel past Stuttgart and into Munchen. So that's the idea. So we're going to do this north to south drive in real time, and I'm going to use a logbook here as well. So I'm going to sort of log the real hours, how long it takes to get from the north all the way down to the south. And we're also going to do the same on Thursday with Alaskan Road Truckers. So that's the plan. So I've had a look over the lights and we're pretty much ready to go. Lights are on, we're checking the indicators, through on the hazards. All lights working absolutely perfect on this game. I think we're ready to go. Near that Scania just ticking over there. So let's jump in the truck. We will change the tacho to drive. 9 hours. Okay, so that's set up. Everything else is fine. So I'm just going to set a real-time clock. Start. And let's see how long this map is. Handbrake off. No trailer to worry about. All we've got to worry about is the other cars. And we're going to take our time, so obviously, unless it's a massive difference, we're going to just knock off those hazards a second. I'm absolutely not prepared for this. Lights, hazards. There we go. Right, let's settle in. So we're not only on the tacho, we've got 8 minutes, but I don't know if that runs in real time, see? So now we're going to have to take into consideration some traffic, and I do hope that that's not an accident up ahead already, because that's going to scupper us. But it'll be interesting to see nonetheless. We're going to do it in real time. I think that's an accident, don't you? Okay, let's whip up the outside. We're going to do the good, the bad and the ugly of these games like we always do. But yeah, what's going on here? Have we had a bit of a come in together with 2 lorries? I think we have. Because we haven't got a trailer on the back, we'll just be able to whip up through here. They've caught me on a bloody speed camera, but yeah, those 2 lorries, well, you know, that can happen in real life, to be honest. But yeah, I just thought, wouldn't it be a cool idea to take these 2 games, which have considerable maps on them, and drive from the northern part of the map all the way down to the south. No trailer on the back. We're not dropping off no goods here. We're just going to enjoy the world. Certainly with Alaskan Road Truckers, we might take a look at some points of interest, take some photos, but we'll stop our clock because I've got a clock here running. We're currently at 1.52 minutes. Red light here. We're going to obey all the traffic rules. Oh, there we go, green light. Those mirrors looking really clear, certainly from one of the recent games I've been playing, that American one. I mean, goodness me. Let's we'll stay in this lane, I think, until we get on the road. But pretty much it's highway number 7 that takes us all the way down to the bottom of the map. So it's just a single highway. That's probably quite realistic for Germany, I would have thought. A couple of cars here. Shall I take up that right lane or stay here? I think we'll stay here. But I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone has had an amazing Christmas and New Year. Of course, if you don't celebrate, the festive, season, then I hope, you're able to have maybe a bit of time off. That'll be quite nice. But thank you to any new subscribers that's hit subscribe and become part of the Slow and Steady gaming channel. Welcome, and it's a pleasure to have you here. And here we are, Trucking Tuesday and Trucking Thursday. So I just thought this might be a little fun series to do, to drive from the north part of the map all the way down to the south and just see what that might be in real money, if you like, in real time. So that's what I thought I'd do. Of course, we've got a plethora of trucking games coming out this year. I probably should take up that next lane on the right hand side. I don't know if we're on Highway 7 yet. Let's just check the mirror. Yeah, we're good to go. Let's move across. It's now 10 to 6 in the morning in game, so we should have a nice little drive. Probably going to drive for about maybe half an hour, I think. Don't want to make the video too long, but it'll be interesting to see how many half an hour, 45-minute segments we have to do in order to get to the bottom of the map. Now, I am speeding here, my apologies. I don't want to speed, I want to keep it as realistic as I can. So it's 50 kilometers an hour here. What's the nope, it's left stick in for the cruise control. 46 miles an hour. We can grab a bit more than that, I think. 50, speed in, 48, there we go. So nice and chill. Yeah, my Christmas was spent over in Somerset. I went over and seen my mum, and that was really nice. And yeah, I tend to spend every sort of other Christmas at my mum's, because we lost my dad, 10 years ago now? That's crazy. Time just goes by so quickly. So still 50 miles an hour, but like 50 kilometers an hour. However, that yellow van is speeding, got a lorry behind us, and we're only doing like 47, 48. See, that's what I mean, like already on our driving time, it's taken an hour. And I'm looking down at my my official timer, and we've been on the road 5 minutes. So that's interesting alone, that it's 5 minutes is 1 in-game hour. Is that right? So it's 10 past 6 in the morning. I wonder how in sync the clock is on the dashboard to the tachograph. We already know it's not in relation to real time, but this 50 kilometers an hour is pretty damn slow, isn't it? But not a sunny morning here on the road. It's a bit of dusk, I suppose. So it said 120 there on the signpost. This is interesting. I've got time to sort of take in some of the signposts. We'll just have, I don't know. It's just fun. It's fun to jump on this game. It's certainly, in many people's eyes, is the pinnacle of trucking that we have at the moment. And it's only a shame that really they never capitalised on that over the 3 or 5 years it's been on the console. I think it's probably 3 years on a console, isn't it? Can't remember, don't quote me. I should perhaps know all these statistics, but I am hoping that we can gather a little bit more speed than this on this highway, because if it's 50 miles an hour all the way down, then it's going to take a very long time. But of course we do have to take into consideration that the truck speeds on Alaskan is probably going to be different to this. So I suppose the only way to compare a map like this really is to look at the official dimensions of the map, which I don't have. I know there's loads of cool videos out there. I don't know if you've seen them before. So just check our fuel. Yeah, I filled up before we left. But you can see some of the top 20 largest gaming maps, and it's quite incredible actually watching a video like that and comparing those map sizes. So I'm sure the data for this map size and indeed Alaskan Road Truckers map size is obtainable. But we're having a bit of fun. That's what it all is on the channel. But it still is data, isn't it? How long is it going to take you, regardless of like the kilometers? How long in real time is it going to take you to drive from the northern part of the map to the southern part of the map? That's what we're looking at. So yeah. But at this speed, it potentially could take us a week. So we're 8 minutes now on our official clock. Fuel station, which we don't need. I love the way that you can see all the other trucks parked up on the, in the sort of sleepovers, like at the services. And I think we did a video where I was talking about how cool it would be if you were doing multiplayer, which never come to this game, by the way. Even had they introduced like just a small lobby, like 4 people, I think that would have been something. Like even if you could just have a very, very small lobby of 4 people. But one of the beauty things about this game is the fact that you could all pull up at the services and you can get out of the truck. See, this man is speeding that MAN truck, but it cannot be 50 kilometers an hour, can it? I'm very tempted to look at the map and just have a look at the road we're on. One thing, a nice thing about cruise is that I'm just feathering the wheel. Very little effort is needed to do these big long drives. I think that's going to be really quite something when it comes to these Euro truck and American truck, is that once you've got a bit of cruise control, you'll just be able to enjoy some music, or you'll be able to enjoy chatting to your friends as you drive across these countries. And you wouldn't have to hit the throttle. You could just the Euro truck driver, you're going to have a bit more to do because it's quite windy, and that's one of the primary reasons why we have cab over trucks here in the UK. Of course, cab over meaning that the cab and the driver is over the engine. Cab over. We don't really have those big long noses that the American trucks do. But we're going to look at this map and just see if this 50. So we're on highway number 7, coming down through Hamburg and out the other side. But it cannot be 50 all the way down, can it? Let's get back on the road because we do have a real-time running clock. See, that's unusual. Why has the satnav popped up just by looking at the map? That's a bit odd, isn't it? Satnav off. But yeah, 50 kilometers an hour. See, it's giving me a speeding sign if I go over that on the old satnav there. So yeah, highway number 7, 50 kilometers an hour. Alright, let's go back up into cruise. Let's try and get near it. 49. There you go, 48. See, there's a speed sign, 120 kilometers an hour. Yeah, it hasn't updated on the sat-nav. How annoying is that? I mean, shall I speed? I don't know if you can see in that bottom left-hand corner of the mirror, we're causing quite a tailback. So I don't know what to suggest, because it literally says the speed limit is 120 kilometers an hour. I would imagine we can carry a bit more speed than this, don't you think? Let's go up to 80, and we're going to have to ignore the sat-nav there. A first real bug that I think I've found in a very, very long time. So we've still got this MAN on the outside. He's sort of matching our speed, really. A beautiful telecom tower there up on the horizon. So his speed limit still says 120. And for this part of the journey, we're in we're in it now, so I've got a timer running, and I don't really want to reset the game because we are knee deep now. Heading down to Hamburg, so we'll stay in this lane here. Watch, oh, that truck's come straight across in front of us. Look at that. He didn't give us any room at all. Let me just run out. Now, of course, with Euro Truck and American Truck, from what I understand, is that if you're running in multiplayer, like the World of Trucks, you won't have any AI to deal with. So, yeah, he did swing absolutely in front of us. Just check right. We're good. Let's roll over. Yeah, there's no way we could have just travelled at 50 kilometres an hour on this highway number 7, because we literally, it would have took us weeks and weeks and weeks. So I'm going to run at 80 kilometres an hour. I think that's quite fair. No trailer on the back. One road all the way down to the south coast. But these buildings looking really quite nice now. All that fog's gone. We can see this tunnel here coming up. Reminds me when I leave Essex and I travel across to see my mum over in Somerset. I'm just going to whip across right if I can. Let me just check that mirror. Yeah, we're clear. Let's run out. And there's a couple of these tunnels actually. Is it on? It's on the M25 actually. It's round towards Stansted. And it's quite strict actually, because once you're in these tunnels, it says like do not change lanes. So once you're in these tunnels, you should be committed to your lane that you're in, and the traffic should flow nicely through the tunnel. So although they don't really have the no overtaking signs, it just says no lane changes, sort of what it says. Right, okay, let's whip out here. Up over this bridge. I mean, you know, there was some complaint that this game is very samey, you know, with trees after trees. But look, we've just come up over like a bit of a flyover, because there was probably let's just get out, because that truck is probably going to come out regardless. So we'll stick this lane here. But yeah, you know, the multiplayer on American Truck and stuff. I'm just wondering if I can come over. He is there, but I think, yeah, we'll be alright. He is coming, isn't he? Right, I'm going to back it down. Let's let him through a second. There we go. Still getting used to my wheel. It's a fabulous thing, and it is. You know, if you are able to get a wheel, I believe that, you know, it does. But it's not, you know, I've gone years without a wheel. I've always used a pad, and I'm quite comfortable with the pad. I mean, one of the beauty things about the pad is that I can just sit on the settee. I don't have to set anything up. But it does make steering, and certainly for these long hauls, you know, in my humble opinion, it makes it slightly easier, I think. But you know, when you're changing lanes and looking at mirrors, it's simply not as fluent as moving your head. Now, if this was in VR, well, then you'd be talking, wouldn't you? You could just flick your sort of head over to the right, check that mirror, and you'd be back within seconds. But you know, in pushing left and right on the D-pad, you know, checking, and then of course you've got some of these vehicles that move quite quickly up on the inside lane. But you know, we're gonna sort of negate all of this when it comes to multiplayer, because in Euro Truck multiplayer, I believe, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I do play Euro Truck and American Truck on my Steam Deck, but I don't play online. Oh, that truck's braking there. Oh, it's got its hazards on, to be fair. So that's quite good to see. Maybe he had a problem with his truck or something, maybe a blowout. He's still running his hazards. Lost my train of thought now. But yeah, it's definitely definitely better with that graphical upgrade. It certainly has been able to massively improve the draw distance. That's 90. That speed limit is that's the first time I've seen that. It's like it's sort of stuck at 50 kilometers an hour, and but yeah, look at the dents of these trees, this tree line through here. But if you head into the cities, like the cities are far more visible now than they ever really have been. So I should actually check. I believe we're just on this highway all the way down. So I think 80 kilometers an hour would be a good speed to carry. Oh, that's right. I was talking about my Steam Deck. So my Steam Deck is I've got Euro Truck and American Truck on it. However, I just normally run offline, so you do have AI. But I believe online there's no AI, so the only vehicles you're going to see is going to be, I'm just going to come out here a second, just these two cars. Beautiful. 78 kilometers an hour. Just watching this car up ahead, just in case he brake checks me. Let's indicate right. Come on over. Of course, we've got a coach there on the left-hand side. We've now got that on Euro Truck. Well, the PC has. Is it coming? I think it's coming. And that's only going to make the world seem more alive, which is quite cool. So yeah, so buses and not buses, but coaches are now going to be in. I don't know if it's available. It might not be available yet, but I think we've also got this road trip pack with the cars, and I think it will only make the game even more alive because you'll be able to see, other drivers driving coaches and potentially cars. Now, if ever they were to add motorbikes, then well, I am certainly with this channel, we would have an absolute ball going across all these countries and continents on motorbikes. But of course, the physics and animation of a wheel sat in a static vehicle is very, very different to a motorbike. But never say never. These game worlds are evolving even more each year, and they're pushing the boundaries. And I was talking to I think it was a guy called Firestone, and he was saying, like, SCS is someone that has poured love and dedication into their community for years and years and years and years. SCS don't do anything other than Euro Truck and American Truck. It's their labour of love. And there's a crash there, look, on the brakes. Yeah, so I think that graphical update has brought on a few more AI problems. But overall, it's not too bad. I mean, things do happen. Right, let's get back up into cruise. 88. I think we'll carry on past this junction. I am curious where we are on the map. Should we have a quick look? So, let's zoom out. We're just opposite Bremen, Hanover. So we're definitely not halfway. I think we will take a break on this video at Kassel, I think. And that would be quite a nice place to stop. So we'll pass through Hanover. We're still going to be on the road for a little bit yet. Let's get back. We're still running the clock. We're at 22 minutes. And we're probably a quarter of the way down the map. Now, we were travelling at 50 miles an hour. You're going to have to take this with a bit of pinch of salt, right? But it's it really is a fun idea that I thought would make a fairly decent video. And I want to try and bring something different to the channel. I want to try and always think of different things, and And so I thought that would be a cool idea to do a north to south drive. And you can certainly understand why SCS have moved slightly towards the cars, because why wouldn't you want to just drive across this continent? You know, trucking is one thing. I love trucking, and I can't wait to customize my truck up, and I can't wait to get all the licenses and get all the hazardous goods and stuff, you know. But to have a car, you know, a multiplayer, it's literally like a bigger version of the Crew. Of course, we do have the Crew 4 that now is in talks about the Crew 4. I'm not too sure if it started development, but that's certainly an interesting conversation to be had. Right, let's just check right. We can come across. It's quite nice that you can flick the D-pad in order to look at the mirrors. Oh, we've got to come out anyway by the look of it, have we? No, can we stay here? It'll also be interesting whether we have to pick up any fuel. We've got well, you can see it's gone down a bit. I mean, how wonderful is it that we can see the instrumentation on the dashboard? I do like that. You know, that is a real testament to a game. If you can turn off all the HUD and just use, I can see that it's 9:01 in the morning. We can see our satnav, which is broken. It's stuck at 50. We can see our fuel. We've got temperature as well. You know, this game has done a lot of things right, and I think really, if any praise was due on any game, you know, as much as I love Alaskan, this runs really well, even with some of the AI. You know, so I do wish them well. You know, I know you could sort of say, well, you know, when SCS come out, when the SCS boys come, you know, people won't look back. And I've said myself that I thought actually this game is probably the one game that potentially is going to suffer the most, because Germany will be featured in ATS, and not only will just the two brands that we have, Scania and MAN, you're going to have Volvo, Iveco, DAF, you know, so you're going to have a whole wider range of trucks. But at least on this one you can get out and have a walk around, you know. So I sincerely wish Tox 2 the best for the future. I think they're going to have to juggle it quite carefully with heavy cargo, because for all intents and purposes I like heavy cargo, but I do like the big long chill drives, which is what this does really, really well. So yeah, it's I'm glad that they managed to get the graphical update out, and they were able to maybe garnish a wider audience and appeal, because it was trending. This game was trending really well when that graphical update came, and so hopefully that brought them a bit more money. But I think they could have made more money along the last 3 years by bringing other brands of trucks into the game. You know, even if they were an older vehicle, to perhaps bring the Volvos or the DAFs or the Ivecos into the game would have been quite nice. You know, some of the drop-off locations are very repetitive, and some of the drop-off locations for the trailers are not particularly thought out very well. But, you know, this game's had its time almost. Like, we need something new, don't we? So, you know, I do wish them well. And so Kassel is straight over, so I'm going to continue straight down. I think we'll end our video at Kassel, which I think is probably around halfway down the map. We're currently at 27 minutes into our drive. That's real time. Up there on our tacho we have 4 hours and 46 minutes. So I think that tacho is going to play ball for us as well. We had 9 hours on the tacho, bear in mind, and we've only been running 27 minutes. Just watching that blue coach a second, because that other blue coach is going quite a bit quicker. So we'll watch out for the signs for Kassel, and we'll stay on highway number 7. That satnav is still stuck at 50 kilometers an hour, which is a bit odd. But when we load up for part 2, because at this rate, I'm thinking, I didn't know how long this series was going to take. I thought I'll do a half an hour video. And I thought, I don't know, it might go over 3 episodes, or it might go over straight over for Kassel. So we'll grab this lane here. I certainly didn't think it would go over 4 videos, but looking at it, I reckon it might take 2. So we're going to do Alaskan on Thursday, which I'm really looking forward to, the north to south run. And we'll probably go halfway down the map. You never know. I mean, we could, I don't know, but we could complete that map in 1 episode, which would be interesting. As I say, I just thought it was an interesting kind of video to make. And right, am I able to pull over to this right? Let's have a quick look on the D-pad. Yeah, indicate over. All on the steering wheel, which is really nice. But yeah, the world of trucking. It's I'm just excited for it. I really am, you know. And to be able to truck with you guys, you know, and do the odd multiplayer session is going to be, look at this nice wall on the right hand side. It's going to be cool, you know. It's going to be cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing other people's trucks and liveries. You know, what you're rocking. I'm definitely going for the DAF because that's showing my age, Leyland DAF. I was going to go Iveco because I had an Iveco when I was playing Euro Truck on a PC. Crikey, 10 years ago? That's how long this game's been around. And I was rocking the Iveco. In fact, if you looked on my trucking book, you've got like all the playlists, you'll see that Iveco there. It's got like a woman on the side with like a Powerball. That was my Euro Truck back in the day. But you know, I'm looking forward to seeing other people's designs and liveries, and it's just going to be cool. It's going to be very, very cool if you're into this type of thing, right? If you're into it. So another great sort of flyover highway pass here. It's quite nice that it's just one road from north to south. See, maybe like it would have been nice for Tux 2 to have like, you could go to the port and you could pick up something from the port of North Germany and you could take it all the way down to South Germany. Like they could have introduced something like that, you know, where you had like a delivery that needed to go from north all the way to the south. Yeah, I think that would have made quite a good objective, like special deliveries to go from the north port all the way down to the south port. So there is things that they could have done. It's just a case of like thinking outside the box, and you know, like, oh, what can we do here to make this cool? Or like, you know, they need like a critical thinker or a creative thinker just to come up with these things, not to overpopulate it full of silly objectives, but just having the option that you could go to the port and there will be like this you know, this shipping that needs to go all the way down to the south of Germany or something, you know. I mean, I was role-playing that we caught an airport back to the UK, but would it have been so hard to do the UK and have an airport function or a ferry function? I don't know. It's just I don't know what the budget is, or but of course we're going to have all that in Euro Truck now, so it's going to be interesting to see how the landscape goes. We're currently at 32 minutes now driving time, so I am going to take a look at that map once more and just see how far we are down, just try and get on the straight road. The game's looking good. I mean, you know, there's no question the game is very, very playable, very, very good looking, and very acceptable for the consoles, you know. So let's jump on this map. So we've got a fuel station coming up. And we're still a little way off Kassel. Let's just dive in. Right. Is that fuel station on the 7? Yes, it is. So we'll stop here. So we'll continue down, and we will not take that one there, but we'll take the next one. So I reckon that'll be about 40 minutes of driving. Now, suddenly, if you think that's halfway, then maybe it's what, I don't know, hour and 20 minutes from the north to the south. But we'll see what Alaskan has. And yeah, like I said, just thought it would be quite a fun idea. Come on for a bit of a waffle with you guys, a bit of trucking, and we'll have to see what other truck games drop this year, and get stuck in. But yeah, look at all these trucks parked up at the service station. It's so cool. It's so good to see, and it's you know, it's a nice feeling to pull into a service station. Like, I always try and, like, I'm sure you're the same, like, if you're driving on the road, you don't just turn the game off while you're driving. You know, you'll pull into a service station and park the truck up nicely, and then you'd switch the game off, you know. And when you're pulling in and there's other trucks there, it's a good feeling, you know. It's it sort of brings that immersion, and that's what all this is about, you know. Yeah, that's what I think anyway. But January 2026, I'm still saying 2025, I don't know why. 2026, bloody years flying round. So we're going to pull over at the next service station, and that'll be it for this video, and we will return next Tuesday for part 2, but I will see you on Thursday for Alaskan, and we'll take our drive from the north part of Alaska all the way down to the south. But overall, we've not had too much trouble with the AI. There's nice, you know, look at this elevation change here. Bit of water coming over here. It's good. You know, I like it. You know, and it's one thing, of course, making a video where you're talking, and you know, I'm talking to you. But what's that car doing? Just on that a second. You know, when you're playing offline, which, you know, I only do 1 or 2 videos a week on trucking, it's a very chill game, you know, in general, to be trucking, you know, and I really dig it. I really do, you know, and so I will be grinding away on Euro Truck and American Truck, you know, off camera, really. As I'm sure you will be as well. So, looking out for this next fuel stop, and I think that would be Kassel. Driving time, we have 3 hours and 26 minutes on the tacho. In real time, it's been 36 minutes. So maybe it's going to be running about 45 minutes, I reckon, maybe. Bear in mind, we did get off to a slow start with that 50 miles an hour thing being a little bit spun out, which it is still on this highway number 7. Maybe it's a problem with this road, because the rest of the traffic seems to be running around 80 kilometers. Just look at that sign there. Look at this big building coming up into sight now. Look at that. Working the wheel. That's another bit of a hard left-hander as well. We should take up that next lane. Blue sign, actually we'll just stick until we see this blue sign. If that's a right to Kassel, then we should carry on. It says, oh okay, it's saying this straight on. So it's now 11 o'clock in the morning. I haven't had any rain, so no need to put the wipers on. I haven't seen a great deal of rain. Oh yes, we have, because it puddles up really nicely, doesn't it? But I'm sure it's the next station. Just going to check right a minute. We're going to come on over rather than hog the middle lane. But yeah, I reckon the fuel station's not far off now. Travelling at 78 kilometers an hour. We should be able to stay in this lane, I think. You can see that black car indicating out. This is my hazard perception working now. Got a bit of traffic build up there. Yep, they're on the brakes. Look at that. Yeah, we'll just thankfully the car behind me didn't slam into me. So that's one thing. Back up through the gearbox and looking for this services. Oh, that yellow van checking again. Come on boys, what we doing? Got some nice sort of fields left and right. I think overall there is a nice variation of the German roads, and like I said, I do think this game could have made more money though. I do think on the brakes again. What's going on as we come up this hill? Look at this hill. We're at 39 minutes now on the clock. We could have only have measured this in real time because Taco now has 2 hours and 55. But look at this beautiful hill that's coming up with a sort of a cut. You know, the road has been cut into the hillside. We've got some rocks left and right. Straight look, can't even see the horizon. Look, stunning. I don't know if I've really come down to the south part of the map, really. Like I said, it would have been nice if there was some objectives, like, you know, you could pick up any loads you wanted, but maybe there would be like a special cargo that you needed to take. That would have been quite nice, I think. I'm guessing we must be alongside Kassel now. I'm just going to come out on this left. Yeah, so that Kassel is... Actually, I'm just going to stay here. Is right. We're going to stay here. Oh, is that the gas station? God damn it. We're in the wrong lane. No bother. We'll carry on. Well, sadly, that right turning was not just for the city of Kassel, but actually was for the fuel station. So we're going to end it there. That took us 42 minutes to go from the north down to Kassel. 42 minutes. I will see you next week on Trucking Tuesday for part 2. If you like the video, smash like on the way out. Always super appreciated. I'll see you on Thursday for the north to south run of Alaskan Road Truckers. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.